So you probably already know, if you've seen my other video, that when it comes in a Nintendo Switch 2, it won't fit in to the old docks, either the original OG dock or the OLED dock. Basically, it doesn't lock in because the locating pins and also this notch, they're different on the bottom between them. But how about if you were to take the docks apart? Will they actually work? So we know they don't physically fit in, but if you were to take them apart, they are USB-C. So rather than taking them apart, what I've done is I've got a male to female USB-C cable here, and I'm going to show you what happens when we plug in the new Nintendo Switch 2 into a Nintendo Switch 1 dock. The same thing happens on the OLED as well. And then we're going to plug in an old Switch, OLED and normal, into the Nintendo Switch 2 dock, and we're going to see what it does. So I'm basically locating this just in the USB port at the bottom down here. So I'm just pushing down the little thing with the plastic thing with the little locating tabs on, and I've got that in there like so. And if you have a look now, got my finger stuck, if you have a look, if I plug in an OLED switch or a normal switch, it will dock okay. So you can see it up on screen there. And if I take the OLED out and plug in a normal switch, it will also dock okay. Yeah, but now, check this out. If I plug this one in here, the Nintendo Switch 2, because a lot of people are wondering this, plug it in, and what will happen is nothing up here, but it will charge down here. So right now it is charging, but it won't display anything on the TV. And what's interesting is every now and then it will throw a complete wobbly, and the switch, in fact, it's done it now. If you have a look, it's not charging anymore, and we've got a green flashing light here on the dock. And the only way you can get rid of that is to unplug it, and you've got to leave it for a good minute or so, and then it will start working again. So I'm going to unplug it now. So basically, no way will you be able to get the Nintendo Switch 2 working on the old docks, even if you were to dismantle them and, you know, like take the insides out and put into your own little docking case. It's still not going to work. So you can see it's still flashing green here now, and it doesn't make a difference if I go in that way or that way, it still doesn't work. So the green light's gone off now, so I'm going to plug it in again, and we're going to go in the other way now. And again, it's charging here. It says console battery 52%, but nothing's happening on the TV. Interestingly, it hasn't thrown the green light error this time, but it often does. There you go, it's thrown it now. So maybe after about 20 seconds or so, it recognizes that it's not correct, it's not happy, and it comes up with an error here. So whatever you do, don't mess around with that, because you might end up breaking something. So I've unplugged that now. Now what we're going to do is we're going to use the version 2 dock here, the Nintendo Switch 2 dock, and same thing again. I'm just pushing down the little thing with the locating pins on the inside to locate the female. A bit fiddly. Look at that, did it first time. Took me quite a while earlier. Now, check this out. If I was to plug this in here, I've got to go onto a different source on the TV. So, let's go to source. Oh, there you go, it's come up, it's automatically gone over. So you can see now that this is the Switch 2. So if I disconnect these, you can see it's moving up here. Yeah? So now, if you're wondering, will these dock here? If I unplug this, you will see that if I plug this in here, console battery is charging, but it doesn't dock up on screen. You can see that it's still displaying here. And if I unplug it and go this way around, it will still charge, but it's not doing anything else. I just want to see, is it going to stop charging after about 20 seconds or so? Because we know that this isn't happy on this or that. I've already done this one, I don't need to do it on video. That behaves the exact same way as this with the flashing green light. I thought it was just every now and then, but it's not. It must be after 20 seconds or so. In fact, at the end of the video, we will plug that one in just to show you. Right, so this one hasn't timed out here. So it's still charging, so it seems to charge it fine when you use this, but it's not actually docking. And if we go onto this one here, again, you will see here that it says console battery. It's charging, but it's not actually displaying anything. And if I unplug that and put it in the other way round, so that mimics doing it the other way down there as well, and it's still not doing anything. And just to keep people happy, I am going to take it out here and turn it this way in here, And then what we'll do is we'll do the same with the Nintendo Switch 2 on the old OLED dock. Right, so I'm in the other way now, and again, we're just charging here, but nothing's happening up on screen. So, yeah, unfortunately, you're not going to get any combination to work apart from how it's been designed. So, 2 with the 2 dock, and the old ones with the original docks. Right, okay, let's set this one up here. I'll just show you the green light flashing. Right, we're in there now. Let's plug it in. And the screen's gone out here. Let's just see if it goes automatically. Yes, it will. There we go, so you can see it's displaying there fine. Unplug that, and we're going to plug it in here, but I'm not going to leave it too long because it will start flashing. It's charging here, but nothing's happening up on screen. So now what we're going to do is we're going to unplug it here and spin it around the other way. Right, so I've spun it around the other way now, charging again, nothing's happening. Let's just see after 20 seconds or so, will this green light start flashing down here. So we're still charging here at the moment. And now it's stopped charging and the green light starts flashing here. So 100% is definitely not happy when you use the Nintendo Switch 2 on the old dock. So I'm going to unplug that now before I cause any damage. So I've made that video there purely for views, clearly. I'm a YouTuber, but I've done it so you don't have to mess around with it yourself, because obviously you might risk breaking something. But for me, if I break something, I might get rewarded with views. So it's worth trying out different combinations of stuff, because we're all curious about what does and doesn't work. If you enjoyed it, give it a big thumbs up. Thanks for watching.